Good layers to it.
Yeah, good layers. You know, I'm picking up a little soda, Werther's Original.
Okay, so I'm going to say something.
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, I don't want you to take this the wrong way, and it's really hard to not take this the wrong way. I'm kind of getting some urine on this.
Whoa! Hello and welcome everyone to episode 24 of The Mashup, the best bourbon conversation you're going to hear all week long. We're your hosts, Michael, Anthony, and Steven. Hello, guys.
Guys, it is late. Normally in bed an hour and a half ago.
Sorry, guys, I kept you guys up.
Yeah, it just happens sometimes where, you know, like, you get a little later start.
The summer, it happens in the summer, though, you know?
Well, let's be honest. There's only one of us that works here.
Well, that's true.
It's me.
Yeah, it's you. So, you're right. I do have to get my kids to camp in the morning, so...
Yeah. Oh, camp. I'm sorry, it's going to be alone.
I got to cook breakfast. I mean,
I got to go get breakfast. They stopped serving at 10:30, so, like, I got to go get about in.
We made a little breakfast this morning. Biscuit sandwiches with that, right?
Oh, okay.
But we used Wright bacon. The brand Wright. You ever had it?
I've never had Wright bacon. Yeah.
Huh?
I've had it.
It's superb. Do you agree?
That's fine.
Where did it come from? Is it like, it's not like a, you know,
pig?
No. I mean, like, you know, people are like, oh, Tennessee bacon is really good.
Yeah, I don't know. They sell it at Kroger, but
yeah, I'm not
it's so expensive at Kroger. We bought it at Sam's.
Nice.
I'm not a bacon snob. I go and get.
I'm not either, but it's a little thicker and it's really good.
No, see, I go get the cheap stuff and I don't care.
Yeah.
If bacon is cooked well, when I say cooked well, if
crispy.
it comes out of the oven and crispy, but like I like bacon fatty. Sorry to disagree with you, Steven, but if bacon comes out of the oven looking nice, forget about it. I'll eat the whole plate of it. You know.
I mean, I throw my bacon on the Blackstone, and then and it just cooks up nice. And my wife likes it crispy. I like it kind of fatty and soft.
Oh, I like it. I like it crispy.
There you go. 2 fatty bacons and 1 crispy bacon. There you go.
No, no, that's not the way I do it.
Yeah. Well,
you're wrong. I mean, it's fun.
As much as I would like to be talking about bacon, there's something that's getting under my skin right now, a little bit, and I'm contemplating right now, which is the fact that a lot of people online are talking about folks that don't open their bourbon. And I looked at my bar the other day, and I looked at all the bottles that I have, and I probably have, maybe 30, 40 bottles that are open, but I have exponentially more that are actually not open. And so I actually had some soul searching, and I thought to myself, am I part of the problem of these people that are saying, open your bourbon immediately? Because I just have a stockpile of stuff now that I'm not opening, and I'm doing it for a reason, but I want to hear what you guys think, because recently that's been a sore spot for a lot of people.
Well, I have an opinion on this, and that's actually pretty rare because I don't keep an opinion on anything, really. I don't open things that I don't want to open, and I don't care if you like me or hate me for that or whatever. It's my bourbon. I can do what I want with it. I see these people on there that are like holier than thou. They're like, oh, well, this should be, you should be drinking this and not saving it. And, bourbon's made to be open. I don't, you know what? If I pay for it, I can do what I want with it. If I want to take the bottle and throw it out in the middle of the street, I can.
Exactly.
Can I be able to catch it?
Plus, hey, I am preserving for the future, because if everybody just drinks them now, what are you going to chase in 20 years? Guess who's got all the bottles?
You're right.
Oh, big dog.
Yeah.
You're going to be the Dusty King, right?
Exactly. I'll be the Dusty King. I'm not going to lie. Like, my wife mentioned it the other day. She's like, you have like 14 bottles of Blanton's now, and I'm like, I like Blanton's, right? Nothing wrong with that. I mean, again, people hate on that too.
She didn't say you had 65 bottles of Buffalo Trace?
But, no. But I said, look, I like Blanton's. And then when the price started going up on Blanton's, the secondary price, I'm like, hey, whoa, I like it, but I don't like it that much. I'll drink something else. Save these for posterity, Yeah,
I mean, you got an investment, and you also got something like, I was fortunate enough to win like a Van Winkle lottery that was pretty, allocated, and I thought to myself, I'm setting that aside for a special occasion with family, notably like when my son is older, something like that, and that's the way I think about it. If I come into another one, maybe I'll drink it sooner than I thought I would. But for right now, I just got it sitting there, and for the same reason. If I want to save it, I paid money for it. Why not? I mean, what do you think, Steven? Like, because I'm looking at your cabinet, I'm looking at stuff you got here. You got some unopened bottles too, huh?
60% of my counter is unopened. I have no problem opening them. I just like, I find them and I buy them, you know? Because, you gotta hunt.
Exactly.
I've never really sold anything on secondary, so I buy them just for personal use. It's one of those things that I can open with people.
Yeah.
So, I have plenty of stuff over there I like to open, but...
And that's cool too, right? Like, I have the FOMO, the fear of missing out. So, like, I'm afraid that if I drink all my Butler 12, they're all going to be gone, and then I'm never going to get them again because price goes up on them, and I can't afford them, and you don't ever see them in stores. And Steven hates that when I bring that up as an example.
This is my violin.
Because
just so you guys know,
have it
regardless of what
well.
episode this is, I don't, Steven still doesn't have a Weller 12.
No, he doesn't.
So,
what is this bourbon?
Oh, yeah, see, he doesn't
Pretty
even know
good.
what
You
it
should
is.
try it sometime.
Yeah, you should, yeah.
I do have one open, so he has had it. So don't act like he shouldn't act like he's. But you know
Like
what?
a Halloween tradition.
Yeah, but you know what? Like
I like to drink Weller in a full.
like you see these people who's like their parents, have it at their house, and these guys get these old bottles and stuff. Like I kind of want that for my kid. For my I don't have anything great. Like I don't have anything that's super high. Super rare. But I got Rock Hill Farms.
Wait.
And
You have Eagle Rare.
I do have Eagle Rare. Yes,
That's
I do
rare.
have something with a rare in it. Yes, I want my kids to be able to have a couple of those too, so that
Yeah.
I may not be able to afford to send them to college, but I can, give them a bottle and pay for their books or something.
Well,
By then, that
that's-
secondary could be crazy.
Well, you know how those professors are. They make them buy the books in college.
Those professors, there's something else.
Yeah.
Hey, let's not talk about professors.
I had a professor in college that made us buy his book.
Oh, yeah.
I did too.
Yeah.
I did too. I had to go to the little print store
and
buy
I had
it.
no problem with that if it was like a book that he wrote, but it was kind of just like a collection of articles he had put together from other people. Like you didn't even write the book. Like it was
mine was examples that I had to buy.
Just so you guys know, if I knew a professor, I would tell him that he does not, and I don't, by extension, endorse that kind of stuff.
There we
Is that
go.
Oh,
okay?
good. I'm glad you said that.
Oh man.
Well, for everyone, we have a bottle this week. It's a little older, but only by age. It is a Woodford Reserve Double Oak.
All right. So yes, tonight we got the Woodford Reserve Double Oak, and I will tell you guys this: the bottle is, as we've talked about Woodford Reserve before, from the Woodford Reserve Distillery, of course, owned by Brown Forman. The bottle date here is 2019. The ABV is 45.2%, 90.4 proof. So the thing with Woodford is it's rumored to be a 7 to 8 year old bourbon, and then with the double oak process, they're supposedly, and we know supposedly, they're laying it down in a new toasted oak barrel for an additional 6 months, and so that's the additional age makes it a double oaked. The mash bill is 72% corn, 18% rye, and 10% malted barley. And the MSRP is $46. Again, there's a little bit of variation here because you see this is a standard product that's on the shelf, but then you also see a lot of store picks with double oaked. So it can go anywhere from that price to up to maybe 60 bucks.
So the bottle is a Woodford Reserve bottle, but think shorter and fatter.
That's right.
So like take yourself and put yourself in one of those mirrors like in Gatlinburg that they, the mirror maze that makes you look all squatty.
Okay, hold on, time out.
Tell us your Gatlinburg story.
Let's talk about this mirror maze.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Steven went
Oh,
through it.
no.
He
Oh,
told me
no.
about it the first time he went through it.
Uh-oh.
Public service announcement. Do not go to the mirror maze in Gatlinburg. For family of 4, at the time, it was, I'm going to say $50. We went through the mirror maze. We literally finished it in 2 minutes.
Uh-oh. I thought you maybe got lost, and that's why you're telling me no.
And then when we got to the end, the guy says, "Oh, you have time. Go back in reverse."
Oh, no.
So we went back in reverse. And then you come out, of course, and there's candy.
But they got to finish you in the gift shop, right?
Anyway, continue with the bottle.
Yeah. So if you went into one of those mirror mazes and you had the Woodford Reserve bottle and you held it in front of that mirror and you thought it makes it shorter and fatter, then you would get the Woodford Double Oak bottle, right? So that's what you would get. Not a lot of information on it. It does tell you that it is finished in new, heavily toasted, lightly charred bottles. I'd be honest with you, I lost.
Heavily
they lost
toasted
me.
but lightly charred.
Yeah, they lost me on that one. What's the difference?
I don't know. We got to figure out.
I mean, if you were to
I don't understand it because if it's
get your
heavily
buns toasted, right? But you don't want them charred, I guess, right? I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, we got to.
There's a fine line between toasted and charred, I guess.
Maybe we should have Chris Morris on the show to explain
Especially
toasting
heavily.
and charred.
I mean, I don't know. That's a
Yeah.
good question. This is like life's great mystery right here. But
Heavily.
anyway, so
Heavily.
it is a good solid bottle. It's quite heavy, which I like. I kind of like that.
It's a good size.
It's a good size.
Yeah. But
Short.
twice as deep as a normal Woodford.
Short, so it's going to fit in any shelf that you have. I think it's going to stand out. Woodford bottles always stand out, so I think that's why they're kind of impressive. Which, by the way, just real quick, we were talking about Steven's unopened bottles, and as I look around his place here, we hope it never happens, but if Steven's house ever caught on fire, his basement would flood with wax, because I'm looking around and there are Maker's bottles everywhere.
There are a lot
Evan
of makers.
Williams has a bottle over there with some wax on it, like it would just melt like a candle would,
And then go boom.
and then so we would be swimming in wax if his house ever. But the bottle's a good solid. What a good cork though. Like you pull that cork out, it's got the nice wood top on it. I mean that's a good cork that's not going to break. So
Yeah, you got
Wild Turkey take some notes on that,
lessons.
right? Yeah.
Jimmy Russell's over like, I don't care. He's like, what are you gonna do with the cork?
So in my day, cork was made from the Mesopotamians. So
Oh my god.
I saw a guy on.
Oh, it's yesterday, right? Yesterday, right?
Yeah, I saw a guy on
yeah.
one of my Facebook groups. He had got to see Jimmy Russell at his at the gift shop, or when he was there the other day. This guy was from like Florida or something, and I mean, man, I'm not sure if he saw a real person or just a wax figure, but the guy. Every time I see him, he's sitting in the same spot in the same position. So
You got to give it to Jimmy though. He's like 90 and he's
Yeah,
still doing it.
he's gonna show
That's
up, I
good.
guess.
Yeah. Well, I will say one thing quickly about that bottle. I don't know if you guys remember this, but I remember the first time I had a Woodford double oak, not double oak, single double, right? When I had that bottle, they used to release it as store picks only, and Liquor Barn had them way back in the day. And they were the standard Woodford bottle. They just had like a black and gold label. I don't know if you remember that. They had like a little hanging tag on them. But so I was a OG double oak drinker because I had maybe one or two of those picks when they first hit, and they did not look like this in this bottle. So
I was telling you guys just a minute ago that I saw one on secondary market today. It was one of the older ones, and
probably something that I drank that probably is going for $400.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was like 100, but still, somebody commented on there, and they're like, "It's one of those if you know kind of things." Like, I guess maybe they were hinting at it used to be better than it is now. So we'll find out. I don't know. We'll see. I think some people just want to act like they know what they're talking about.
Yeah, I'm 50-50 on if you know, because whenever I see that abbreviation, I automatically go, "Oh God."
Unless it's an ancient age.
Yeah, if it's ancient age.
I mean, if you know, you know.
Yeah, if you know, yeah.
36
Oh, yeah.
months,
But
We have a hater on the 36 months. Eighth day. At least 36 months.
Yeah. Well, should we go for
New
our
Oak.
first?
New
Should we go
Oak
for our
grocery
first
baskets.
notes?
Oh, yeah.
That's very nice, very pleasant.
I agree. Very interesting.
Yeah, it's got that standard caramel vanilla.
Good layers to it.
Yeah, good layers. I'm picking up a little soda, Werther's Original,
Very
Okay,
good.
so I'm gonna.
and then go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I don't want you to take this the wrong way, and it's really hard to not take this the wrong way. I'm kind of getting some urine on this.
Whoa!
I was laughing before you even talked. I'm like, what?
So I'm not trying to spoil the past try or buy here, but I'm getting a little it's not urine, it's like urinal urine.
Oh, no.
You mean the urinal puck?
Like you don't flush, and it just kind of sits there.
Oh, my God.
I was about to say.
But I keep going back for more smell, so what does that say about me?
That's a good question.
Oh, gosh.
I was about to go pinkies up on my next note. But
go ahead.
I'm getting a note of espresso in this.
Yeah, I was going to say there's a little bit of...
Not coffee, I'm getting espresso.
I'm getting like a vanilla cappuccino note.
Yeah.
Yeah, which definitely is low.
Without sounding
urine.
naive, what's the difference? I don't drink coffee,
Just
so
more concentrated.
I
And
mean,
I just know that I like Americanos from Starbucks, and so it took me a long time to realize that was just a shot of espresso with water.
With water.
And so I'm like, why is this
Diluted for you soft
Well,
cons-
exactly for the soft people like me? And I'm like,
You know, with your with your heritage, you should not be doing Americano.
well, I drank the Turkish, the Greek coffee.
Well,
the
the
Turkish coffee.
Turkish is another story.
I know, but I mean it's similar in the way it's prepared, and it's very strong. So
all right, what a rabbit hole I went down. I'm sorry.
No.
We can go for. I was about to go
I mean,
further, but we'll stop it.
No,
no, I never
Michael
get
is
that.
not a coffee drinker.
Oat, vanilla, coffee, espresso,
urine.
urine.
With an asterisk next to that.
So should we
oh,
go
Michael
for-
only.
We should go- This is color though. I will note the color is very dark.
Does look double.
Must be somebody drinking enough water.
And we're and we're 24 episodes in, so I don't have a lot of notes. So when I pick something up,
It's special.
yep,
All right, should we go for a...
All right, first taste.
it's better than urine.
It's musky.
It's musty.
It's got some must to it. It's got a little funk, which, the people that drink Dusties always talk about the funk of Dusties. So I'm not a big Dusty drinker. I've never really had any old stuff, so
I don't think
can't...
2019 is that much of a dusty.
No, I can't comment on, the people that are drinking, Old Fitzgerald, Stitzelweller, yeah. No disrespect to those people. I'm just saying, they're, very intense. So it's, to me, I taste like... I don't know if you guys ever been to the grocery store, but they have
No, never.
those chewy, choppy, whatever lollipops.
Chupa Chew.
Chupa Chew. I'm tasting like the cappuccino Chupa Chew lollipop is what I got.
So those are the ones
flavor.
that, like Steven, I think you said those are the ones you find at the counter in a Mexican restaurant.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep, that's
Yeah.
what I'm tasting.
You paid a quarter for it, or the dime for it, 15
Yeah,
cents?
quarter, 50 cents, whatever it is. But I taste like a cappuccino version of that, which I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I like those. I'm not gonna go seek them out, but I don't. It's a pleasing flavor to me.
Have you ever had the Mexican corn flavored suckers lollipops?
No.
I'm not.
Kids love them. I teach a pretty high Hispanic population kid, and they love those things. To me, they taste disgusting, right?
Okay.
But so when I was single before I married my wife and I was living by myself, I lived in a neighborhood where there were a lot of kids that would come around, and sometimes you get the older kids that come around trick or treating, and
Yeah.
they shouldn't be trick or treating because they're too old.
Yeah, you're like, hey, get out of here.
Yeah.
You're
So what I would do is I would go to the Mexican grocery store and I would buy those corn flavored suckers. And so they get the corn flavored suckers, the kids that are too old, So
Yeah.
you know what, you're gonna come to my house, you're gonna get the crappy candy. So that way next year you're not coming back to this house. Don't go to that guy. He's gonna give me the ones that taste like jalapenos and stuff,
That's hilarious.
So that's not what this tastes like. I get coffee, but I don't drink coffee, so
Well, I think it kind of goes back to what I was saying about the cappuccino. I do get it's a vanilla caramel, but obviously coffee has
it's
a.
on the very back end of
Yeah.
kind of like that.
Well, it goes from funk to that funky note that we were talking about, the sweet, and
That funk goes away fast.
yeah, it goes away very fast.
Ends up just being a good finish, medium finish, I would
Yeah.
say.
Definitely medium. I mean, let's just say it when we're talking about
It's
it.
real subtle.
So this is the same
subtle.
proof, right, as a regular. Woodford's like 90.4, and
Yeah.
it's with everything.
It's
they
the
do,
same proof, but
pretty much.
look at how many products right now are in the market that are double barreled or whatever, they toasted barrel finished, or they kind of pioneered this. They were pretty early on with doing this kind of stuff. So it's not, even though it seems generic, it's really not generic considering what we're looking at now versus when Woodford started doing this.
So, gentlemen, would you pass, try, or buy on the Woodford Reserve Double Oak?
Well, I will tell you guys this. I was an early buyer. As I told you a second ago, I've had picks throughout the years. Here's the thing. I don't reach for this all the time. Right now, the only time I buy double oaked is when a group or a person I know is involved in a pick. I'll buy it. I don't go out and buy it as an everyday drinker, even though it's widely available. So I would be a try on this one. And try only because I know people that pick them. It's just why I buy them. I probably have one at my house right now, and that was a local group that picked it. So it's a solid try for me.
So you can call this the comeback story of the year, but it went from urine to buy for me.
Ooh,
Yeah,
buy.
I would buy one of these. I do think I would buy a barrel pick though. You know, like you said, I know a couple people that have got some out that are really, really good that I have tried, and I would buy those. I don't think I would buy the regular one.
Yeah.
And I think the barrel one around here is like maybe another $10 to $20. You know, I think it's like maybe about $60 or so for a barrel pick of it. I think I would buy one of those. I do like the different tastes that it has. I know it had a urine smell, but it had a really the taste is much different than what we've had. Anything else that we've had, I think.
Yeah.
With the exception of like some of those craft things, that this is like those craft things, but better.
I agree.
I'm gonna be a buy on this. I think it's a lot better than just the normal Woodford. Provides something new. It's very smooth. It's got very enjoyable to drink. Yeah, I have no problem buying this. I like to compare it to a pick. See what the pick can bring versus the standard profile.
I would just say, when it comes to companies innovating, the last thing I would have thought that Woodford would have done is they would have double barreled their existing product and made that into like some kind of a special release. In fact, when it first started happening, I kind of thought to myself, like, this is kind of stupid. Like, you're just taking what you produced already and you're barreling it again. But I totally get it now, because this is actually, even though I'm still a try, this is one of the products that are out there on the market where, you know, there are some picks that are just unbelievable, and people talking about them and talking about what it offers, but it's widely available. How many things in bourbon you can't get now? You can get these. They're on the shelf, standard product release, store picks. So
I don't think I've seen a
important.
problem having this single on the shelf, right?
No, it's out there.
No, I don't
I'm
think
just saying,
so.
like, it's
And I mean,
yeah.
even the picks around here, at least.
Yeah.
You know, there's probably
yeah.
15 or 20 of them around town that you could just go get. I always hear really good things about them.
Yeah.
And I kind of got a soft spot for Woodford being local to us,
Yeah.
and being. I know we talked about it in the Rye episode, but
Solid product.
beautiful place. It's a solid product.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know,
consistency's king there, and they just do such a good job. So
they do a good job. It's to me, it has like that upper tier feel to it. You know, when you talk about Woodford to somebody that's, you know, not into bourbon, they think that's a pretty good brand.
Well, one more thing that I will say about it is, how many times have we seen barrel finished products for 6, 8, 12, more than a year that don't taste significantly different? This tastes different in a good way.
Yeah,
which
which
is
is
amazing.
6 more months or so in a new
Yeah.
barrel.
Yeah, and I mean, I know we haven't had a lot of experience with other toasted barrel products. I know I've had a little bit, but this one still sort of rises to the top. So, and you see a lot of other big distillers and small distillers following suit. Like, I know Elijah Craig, their toasted barrel is probably only 2 years old. Don't be fooled out there, people. That's still double oaked.
That's
Or
basically
double
all it
oaked.
is, right?
Yeah, it's the same thing.
It's
It's
a
the
double
same-
oak.
It's the same thing. Yeah, they just try to double barrel and same stuff that Woodford was doing. So.
But I think it's safe to say we'll probably never review the double oak.
Oh yeah, because that's a hot item. Yeah.
But we can just say that you can take that, and that you can oak something too much.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh yeah.
Like
Exactly.
to me, it was just like, yeah.
And with that, thanks for listening to this week's edition. Please like and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at The Mashup KY. Also, please rate and review us on Apple Podcasts. Until next time, keep it neat.